right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. Got another video for you. As always, thanks to anybody who watches my videos, subscribes to my channel. I really appreciate it. I want to give a special thanks to 814 Trump Army for the super thanks. Thanks a lot. Welcome back into the fold. I know that you said you've been busy for a while, and welcome back. Also, Baby Salim with the super thanks. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys' generosity is well received. And also, a really special PayPal payment from Donnell Bailey. Thanks a lot, my man. It really was unexpected and, quite generous and kind of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I know I've done a lot of videos that have kind of touched on this subject, but I find this extremely fascinating. We all know, because I've done videos on this, that LeBron James and his career in the East, how he throttled all these bad teams and yada yada, but then when he gets to the finals, he gets throttled. We know all that. But to compare it against somebody else who had a pretty weak conference, it really goes to show the contrast of how a LeBron James-led team plays when he's playing against a team that is inferior to them versus a team that is the same or superior. There's no raising the level, you know what I mean, and sticking it to them. No. Here's my examples right here that I'm going to go by. So first of all, starting in 2014, this is really a good place to start. 2014 in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Miami Heat outscored the Indiana Pacers by 39 points. So they beat them pretty handily. It was a 6-game series. This was a 56-26 team. They were the number 1 seed. Miami did have some problems against them. Yeah, I mean, they had issues, no doubt. But they won this series in 6 games, plus 39. Then in the finals, they get outscored in a 5-game series by 70 points. That's a 109-point swing from one series to another. That's crazy. In 2015 Eastern Conference Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks are 60-22. As weak as the East was, still, they won 60 games. They had 4 All-Stars. Well, Cleveland swept them in 4 games and beat them by 53-point differential. That's a lot. Then in the finals, I understand they were missing some players, but they did have a 2-1 lead, though. They got outscored by 43 points. That's a 96-point swing. 2016, Cleveland plays Toronto. Toronto's 56-26. Supposed to be a pretty good team, right? Well, Cleveland outscored Toronto by 93 points in that series. Just smashed them. Then in the finals, in the 7-game series against Golden State, Cleveland outscored them by 4. So that's an 89-point swing from one series to another. That's a lot. 2017, the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference Finals is Boston. They're 53-29. Cleveland beat them by 101 points. That is crazy. But then in the finals, they get outscored by 34. That's a 135-point swing from one series to another. Just dramatic differences. 2018, in the Eastern Conference semifinals, because Cleveland was the 4 seed, they played Toronto, the 1 seed, in the semifinals, the 4 against the 1. Cleveland swept them and outscored them by 66 points. Smashed them. It was a 59-23 team. Then in the finals, they played Golden State, a 58-24 team. They got beat by 60. That's a 126-point swing. Just insane, the contrast. Nobody ever I never hear anyone bringing this up. YouTubers, big media, nobody. And to me, I can't get past this stuff. This is absurd. So another comparable situation would have been the Lakers in the mid-'80s. In the early 80s, there were some good teams out west. Phoenix, Seattle, they were actually solid teams. San Antonio. At the end of the 80s, You had teams like Utah was pretty good. Dallas was actually a pretty good team. There was a couple other ones that were actually not bad. You know, they had a little Phoenix that had some fight in them. In 1982, the Lakers, they're the 1 seed. They're playing San Antonio in the Western Conference Finals. San Antonio is a 48-34 team. They beat them by 35-point win differential. So that's nothing crazy in a best of 7. Then in the finals, they play Philly. They win by 17. That's only an 18-point swing from one series to another. San Antonio, they're just, a pretty good team, but nothing crazy at all. 48 wins. The next year in 1983, the Lakers play San Antonio again in the Western Conference Finals, but they're a little better. They're 53-29. The Lakers only won by 20 points in that series. That's it. The win differential was only 20. Then in the finals, they got beat down by Philly, who I just did a video the other day on. Some people were questioning them. They beat the Lakers by 40 in a sweep. That's 10 points a game on average. The defending champion, 2 of the top 5 greatest players of all time in their primes. It's got to be recognized and acknowledged. But anyway, yeah, that's a 60-point swing, but that's nothing compared to the 90 and 100 and all this stuff. So in the next year, in 1984, the Lakers play Phoenix. They're 41-41 in the Western Conference Finals, a 500 team, literally. They beat them by 32 points, plus 32 for the series. Then in the finals, they play Boston, who's a 62-20 team. The Lakers get beat in the series, but still outscored Boston by 24 points. That's only an 8-point swing between a 500 team and a 62-win team. That's what I'm talking about right there. The next year, 1985, the Lakers end up winning the championship. They beat Denver in the Western Conference Finals. This was their biggest beatdown, no doubt about it. Denver's a 52-30 team by 61 points. So that is a big beatdown, no question. In the finals, they win. They beat a 63-win Boston team by just 16 points. So it's a 45-point swing, but a much bigger difference in competition. In 1987, the next year, the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, they play Seattle, a 39-43 team. They beat them in a 4-game series by 45. However, the very last game of the series, in Game 4, it was like a 32-point win. So it was pretty close up till Game 4. But even still, they won. The win differential was plus 45. In the finals, they beat Boston, a 59-23 team, by 26 for the series. That's only a 19-point swing. Not that big a difference. Then the next year in 1988, the Lakers are defending champions. In the Western Conference Finals, they play Dallas, a 53-29 team. They beat them by 41 points. I think that was a 7-game series, actually. So that's less than 6 points a game. It's really not that bad when you look at it. Then in the finals, they played Detroit, a 54-28 team, but they were really good and playing great down the stretch, better than the record indicates. They actually won the series, but got outscored by 18 points. So, as you can see, that would be, what, a 59-point swing right there. But as you can see, it's not that dramatic. The biggest swing they had was, I believe, 1983, which was a 60-point swing, a plus 20 to a negative 40. That was the biggest one they had. While LeBron, while he was on Miami and Cleveland, he had in 2014 a 109-point swing, in 2015 a 96-point swing, in 2016 a 89-point swing, in 2017 a 135-point swing, in 2018 a 126-point swing. So again, you can see, how can you beat down teams this badly, just destroying them? They're not that much different than these teams in the finals. I mean, look, yeah, obviously Golden State, San Antonio, they're better teams, much better, whatever. But that much better, like a whole nother stratosphere better, I don't buy that. I just feel like LeBron James, when he goes up against superior teams, he always has problems. Or even a team that's close, on the same level, close to the same level, he just gets thrashed. You go back and look at some of the Michael Jordan series against Boston in 86 and 87, even the Detroit series, he's not getting destroyed like that, like LeBron is in the finals. And it's the finals. You're supposed to be given more of a fight. You know what I mean? Because you won your conference, you're coming out as the best team. You should be giving more of a fight. That's all I'm saying. I mean, the only times that, like last year, Dallas, they got beat down pretty bad, but they were the 5 seed. They're not like the 1 or the 2 or have the GOAT on the team. That's just not what's happening here. I just find this stuff really crazy and, interesting, and hopefully you guys did too. And that's it. That's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If you wouldn't mind sharing the video, that would be excellent. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I give daily content. And that's it. Until next time.